Alright, so I recently did a full playthrough of Mr. Shifty through Steam. As part of January's 2018 Humble Bundle package, so I didn't have to pay any extra for it, though it is normally $14.99. Now, I played this game in one sitting from start to finish, and it took me about 3-4 hours, I'm not completely sure. Was it fun? Oh, definitely. I definitely love the concept of the game. Would I have spent $15 for that 3 hours? Likely not. Now let's talk a little bit about the actual story and playstyle of the game, since that's probably what you guys actually care about. The story reminds me very much of the Jumper series back from, what, 10 years ago now, 2008, 2009, both the movies and the books. And essentially, you're a thief with the ability to teleport. Your primary goal is to steal an object from a textbook Kingpin-style bad guy that heads an evil corporation. Anyway, the gameplay is where the game actually shines, though. It's a top-down beat-em-up style action game with tactical and puzzle elements. You'll navigate through rooms of enemies and traps, having to utilize your limited teleport, which is 5 meters, as per the game. You only get 5 teleports at once, with a 1-second recharge in between each. Now, if you run out of your 5 teleports, it does have a 5-second cooldown, but that's probably not going to matter. You're likely going to die, so you just get to restart back at the beginning. Now, you are a glass cannon for this game, which essentially means you get one hit. One hit, you're dead. You have to go back to the last checkpoint, which is usually the start of a room. Now, you do have one little nice thing that helps out. You have a Matrix-style bullet time effect if you've built up your meter enough to do so. You do that just by comboing enemies. I think it takes probably 15-20 hits. I never actually counted. But once that's full, if a bullet comes near you, it goes automatically into the bullet time effect, and you have unlimited teleports during this time. Difficulty-wise, the game's not too terribly challenging. The first half of the game is exponentially more fun, in my opinion. You're still learning the ropes. They're still bringing in a lot of the new aspects for the puzzle. But then as you get the second half of the game, you'll notice they start to do what a lot of games do nowadays. They artificially increase the difficulty by just adding more enemies. It seems as if they ran out of ideas for the most part and didn't have any new way to make it any harder. So what they do is they add, just say instead of 10 enemies, you'd have 20, 30, 40 enemies per room until your next checkpoint. If you get hit at one, even once during any of that time, you have to start over again. Now, near the very last, say, third or quarter of the game, they did add a few new aspects to it, but it only takes 2 or 3 rooms to get used to those aspects before you're going back to that as you normally would. And then, once again, they add more enemies. Now, the story of the game is intentionally cheesy. It has little to no surprises in that regard. I will admit that I was heavily disappointed with the ending, but I'm not going to go into that due to spoilers. I do have a full playthrough on the channel where you can see the very lackluster ending, and I'm pretty sure you can hear my audio as I was disappointed throughout that. As far as replay value goes, I'd say there's not much that the game offers for replay. I mean, the only thing it has as an incentive is the perfect rating that you can get for each level. You get that obviously by not dying through any of the checkpoints there. But once that's done, well, that's it. There's nothing else. I would love to see a tiny build in Team Shifty add like a randomizer of some sort to this game to continuously add a challenge to it, but as it is, once you hit perfect on every level, you've got nothing else. You're done with the game. It's completed. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning, it took me about 3-4-ish hours to play from start to finish. I'd say it would take me another 3 to 5 hours if I wanted to sit there and get perfect on every level, as it does require to know where the enemies are, what the best tactic is to get in and get out without dying. So we'll say 8-9 hours maybe of total gameplay for a complete finish of the game. If you're the type that would only play it and beat it, I'd say wait it out. It's probably going to go on sale on Steam. Most games do just wait for it to go down, say $7.50, $8, $10. And yeah, it's worth it. It's a fun little pickup. Now, if you're likely to sit there and complete every level and then work to actually get the perfect on every game, so you have that full 9 hours, it's worth $15. Or let's say you want to do just a fun speed run, but you don't have a whole huge time commitment. You don't have 7 hours to put into a game, or you don't have just days on end to really focus on getting better at a game and learning everything. Mr. Shifty is a wonderful game for speedrunning, in my opinion. Now, I don't know, I haven't looked into the speedrunning community for if there's any actual tips, tricks, or glitches or anything like that that make the game faster. Ideally, dialogue skips, because in my experience in the little bit that I played afterward, the dialogue is still there, and that's kind of annoying. But I'm sure there's a community for it, and it seems like it'd be a wonderful game. It doesn't take a whole lot to master the concepts and the playstyle of it. So, if that's what you're looking for, yeah, I'd say it's worth $15. And if you guys have any questions or want to see anything with the game or have any questions for me, by all means, hit me up through our channel here. Be happy to respond back to you. Just let me know what you want. You guys have a wonderful day.